Hello everyone, it's Leo and it's time to talk about the 6th episode from OTONA PreCure. It is time to shine. There are lots of interesting things to talk about today, so let's start. I feel like this episode suffered the most because of technical issues. It did not look as good as the others, but it was still a very enjoyable episode, especially because of Ring's story. I really enjoyed it. But before we go on to focus on Ring, let's focus a little bit on Nozomi and Koko because we have a little bit more insight on the reason why Koko was not seeing Nozomi. And I think there are two sides of this, and I'm going to try to get over to the two. The first one is that we see Nozomi crying at the end of last episode, and in this episode, we see Koko very focused on going after the shadows. And Kurumi steps in and says, you should go to Nozomi, you should comfort her and spend time with her, because she was suffering because she was not seeing you. And he was like, no, I'm gonna focus on the shadows. And Kurumi was like, no, you should focus on Nozomi. And Koko, why are you so dense and stupid? But then we learned there's a reason why Koko stopped seeing Nozomi. And I'm going to have to give my 2 cents on that. First off, we learned that Koko was supporting Nozomi in her dream of becoming a teacher. He was helping her. And after she became a teacher, he stepped back and he did not come back to see her. And that made Nozomi feel very sad and lonely. And we saw that last episode. She even cried of happiness when she was able to see Koko again. And it was awful that Koko was not giving her the attention that she needed or wanted. That it was awful. But then we get to understand Koko's side in this episode. And Koko's side is Koko is Palmyra Kingdom's king and Nozomi is a teacher on Earth. So they both have responsibilities in their homelands that they cannot really give up. And he stopped seeing her because if he kept on seeing her, it would mess with her because she would probably have to leave her occupation as a teacher to stay with him. And if they were to get on a serious relationship, she would have to leave what she fought and what she dreamed for so long to go back to Palmyra Kingdom with Koko. That is one of the reasons why I think they won't end the show together as a couple. But ultimately, I feel like Koko did the right thing by not pressuring Nozomi to stay with him, and in a secondary action, pressure her to stop being a teacher and go to Palmyra Kingdom with him and live with him there. He wouldn't ask her. He wouldn't ask her that, but that would be a consequence of them being together. I feel like he wouldn't pressure her to do that, but that would be a secondary action that would come together with their relationship. And I feel like that's the reason why he did not keep on pursuing and seeing Nozomi and kept on seeing her. And I do understand that, but there is one thing that's missing here, which is a very simple thing, but it's also a very complicated thing. I understand that. That is dialogue. Why didn't Koko come and talk to Nozomi about that? I feel like he did not want to talk to her about it because if it would feel like not pressuring, but she would probably pressure herself to choose. Am I going to choose Koko? Am I going to choose teaching? What am I going to choose? I feel like at the end of the show, she will probably choose teaching, or maybe they will find a way to choose both. But I feel like at the end of the day, she would choose teaching, but she would suffer for having to choose. So I do understand, but I feel like, okay, why not? Why don't we just sit down and talk about it like adults do or should do? And I feel like in this episode, we had a very good example of that with Ining and Karen. They were able to talk things through. So let's go to Ring's side of the story now. Ring is trying to pursue her dream of becoming a jewelry designer. That's a very hard word to pronounce. Jewelry designer. And she has a job in a jewelry company already. And inside the company, there are little competitions to choose the designs of the jewels that are going to be released. And she's always trying to be part of those competitions, but she never wins. The jewelries that she designs are never chosen. And now there's another one, and she's very focused on that. and that's what she's trying to do. And one of the people that work with her, it seems that it's kind of like a superior, tells her that she should focus on sales because she's very good at it, but she actually wants to design jewels. And I do like that shock of reality, like, okay, this is one thing I love doing, but sometimes we're not that good in some of the things we love, and we have to pursue like similar things or things in the same area, but not exactly the ones we love. Even though we don't know if Ining is going to get win the competition or not. We're going to see that later, and we did not see that in this episode. When Ining was very focused on trying the competition, but when she was going there, she saw a shadowy dog. And I'm sorry. Look, I can't, like, the CGI on the shadows is horrible, but the shadows themselves, they are kind of like scary. I can see that. But at the same time, those dogs in today's episode, they are not scary at all. They're just funny and stupid looking. I just can't. And the way they scream, it's so bizarre. It's not scary at all. I am so disappointed in those dogs. Girl, I can't. And the funniest thing to me is that people turn into shadowy dogs. I thought those shadows had like a different source, but no, they're actually shadows from people. What is going on, Belle? What are you doing? But anyway, because of the shadow, Ining was not able to focus on her presentation. She fumbled it, and she's probably not going to be chosen. I mean, she might be chosen, but she probably won't. The idea of the jewelry that she's trying to sell is very PreCure-ish, like making everyone happy, trying to create a scenario in which the people who are sharing the jewels are getting something back. And I mean, I do know PreCure is not really touching on those topics, but you know, lots of countries in Africa suffer a lot because of their natural resources. And there was even like Africa in the map, and she was focusing a little bit on that on her presentation. And there's a lot of exploitation of people and slavery and such because of natural resources in lots of African countries. So, you know, I was searching for some of the things that are happening on Congo right now, and it's related to jewels. And I was like, okay, the timing is so on point, but they did not focus a lot on that. And so Ining was trying to focus on those two things, and she couldn't do anything. She was trying to focus on the PreCure part, the shadowy thing, and also on her job, and she didn't do any of them. And so she went to Karen on the next day, and they talked a little bit. They shared lots of super nice moments, and they also shared Dark Knight Light. And I'm sorry, they are being such a highlight in this show every time they appear. It's so much fun. Oh my god, I just love them. Kaoru and Michiru, you are such icons. I just can't. Every time we have something about them in this show, it's just that. Iconic. I love it so much. And so we go on with their dialogues, and they are trying to understand more about shadows, while Dark Knight Light are also trying to do the same thing, but at the same time they're also, you know, big influencers, as we saw today, because they were promoting Panpakapan, and Panpakapan had lots of people there because of Dark Knight Light, and it was so much fun, and they wanted to see if they could find Dark Knight Light there. They did not. Kaoru and Michiru, where are you? We need to see you. I am so curious to see them. Dear God, I can't. I mean, but I'm loving seeing them as VTubers already. It's a lot of fun already. And so, Ining and Karen, they start sharing more moments. They talk to Saki. Saki has a little bit of an appearance in this episode, and I feel like Saki is such a lovely woman now. I just love her so much, and I just love her costume as well. Oh my god, she just looks cute. And then they start walking around the Splash Star area, and we see that big tree from Splash Star as well. And two things. The first one is that big tree is now in danger because they're trying to construct places to live in that area. And this is very on topic with one of the discussions from OTONA. Very sad, but also very real, and like very solid, very, very solid. And so we have Ining and Karen talking. One of the things I really loved about their dialogue is when Iring is talking about the fact that now she is an adult. And when she was a child, she was able to do everything she loved. There was a moment in this episode that she received an invitation to play a soccer game and she couldn't go because of her job. And there's also her mom's shop, her family shop, that she used to help when she was a kid. And now she's not able to help them anymore because she's focusing on her job as well. And she mentions that to Karen. When I was a kid, I was able to do everything. I was able to do everything I wanted. I was able to be all of the sides of me that I liked. And now I can't do that anymore. Like the disconnect because of adulthood is very real. And we, as we grow up, we start understanding that. We start understanding that there are certain aspects of who we are that we cannot touch anymore. We cannot get in contact with anymore. There's no time, there's no money, there's no resources, maybe there's no health, maybe there's no space for that in your life anymore. So many different reasons. That was so real. But then Karen brings in a different perspective. When we were children, you were able to do everything you wanted. But there was one thing that you were not able to do, which was dialoguing, talking. And now that you're an adult, you were able to contact me, talk to me about your fears, talk to me about what you're going through. And that is a good side of being an adult. And I love that. And I love the contrast between Koko and what he didn't do, which is talk to Nozomi when she became a teacher, and Iring and Karen. Iring had a problem. She called her friend. She shared that with her friend. Love that. I love it. And, dialoguing, talking, sharing, that's a very important thing that we as adults have to do. And that is a power we have. Sometimes we don't use that power. I feel like most times we don't, but we have that power. So incredible moment. And so the shadows appeared, the dogs appeared, and Cure Aqua transformed. Karen transformed because she has the ability to transform. And I'm a little sorry about Cure Aqua in this adaptation because Cure Aqua is not being able to shine at all. Like, she is just not. Like, girl, what are you doing? Why aren't you having your own moment? Like, in her episode, she was able to kick and punch a little bit, but then Milky Rose appeared, and in this episode, she just got beat. Cure Anjay, is that you? But anyway, Karen tried, she couldn't, and then Ring had to step up, and she was able to connect with her inside powers and become Cure Rouge again. And Cure Rouge is reborn. Another time flower is open, and she was able to transform, revert time a little bit, and become younger Cure Rouge. And they both fought together. There was a very nice moment when Belle was able to summon more shadow energy to power up that dog, and the dog became a Cerberus. And yeah, that was it. But the fighting scene was very boring. We didn't have any big moments, and unfortunately, Iring didn't have big moments. Aqua didn't have Rouge and Aqua, they did not have big moments at all. And let me just say it. Rouge's attack is probably the most boring PreCure attack ever. She doesn't do anything. She just shoots a ball. Like, that's it. Wow. That is the most lackluster PreCure attack ever. I'm sorry, Ining, you got the short end of the stick, and we had to watch that attack again. Oh no. Their poses, though, after they attacked was cool, and they even held the poses as adults. That is very nice. Oh my god. And so Iring was able to become a PreCure, and she sent the message to everyone. I loved everybody's reactions to that. But then there was Nuts' reaction. Nuts has been saying things about the flower, and that flower is called the Sinister Flower in certain books that he read. So he believes that there might be something wrong with the flower, with the power that the cures are getting. So this might not be a good thing. Being a PreCure now might not be a good thing. I am so curious to learn what is actually going on. And At the end, we see all of the girls reading the messages, which was very cute. And then we see that Urara was not able to read her message because she was getting scolded by the director of the play that she's going to be in. And I am loving Urara's part of the story as well, even though we didn't see much. She is struggling with a role that is going to be probably her biggest role yet. And I love that because it's just real. You know, it's just like, okay, she's not being able to do it. And the director is being very strict about it. You know, she's going to be like, girl, you're not being able to manage that. And she's going to have to step up, baby. How is she going to do that? I don't know, but we're going to discover next week. Urara's time to shine. I'm so excited. She is my favorite. Even though Ining is almost snatching that because Ining is being incredible in OTONA. I'm just loving Ining so much. And so this episode was nice. I was not able to connect very much with the episode itself, with the ideas, but the episode was very good. Still, OTONA is still being legendary. Anyways, babies, this was my opinion on episode 6 from OTONA PreCure. Please share yours in the comment box. Let's keep talking about it. Anyways, just taking this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you are a member, thank you very much for your support. And if you've watched up to now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.